What is up, YouTube? We're back with another YouTube video, and today we have a guide on how to complete the Legend Lost Sector, the Gilded Precept. Now to find this, you want to go to your Destinations tab and go to the left side to Neptune, and then when you spawn in, you can either spawn up here at Strider's Gate, or you can spawn down here at Liming Harbor. However, you just have to make your way over here to the park. So I'm going to show you from Strider's Gate, and what you want to do is just go ahead and drop here, and then once you drop, you can pull out your Sparrow or your hoverboard. If you want, you can hoverboard and then just hold your B button if you're on an Xbox controller, if that's what you have to crouch, and then you can just make your way straight across from the top, or you can just do what I did and drop and then just use your hoverboard like normal. But I'm going to go ahead and just make my way down here, and we should reach it in no time. It's not too long of a run over here. So you can see, boom, we made it to the park. And then we're just gonna go make our way towards this little battleground area. If you play the Lightfall campaign, this is like the outside of one of the missions. So we're gonna go over here to the edge, and then I'm gonna get off right here because what you're gonna have to do, you can see the Lost Sector icon right here. You're gonna have to go to the edge of this, and then there's gonna be, you can see these Cabal kind of setups right here, and you can find it here. Now if you don't have this flag or the icon right here, that means you have to complete it normally. So here's what you're going to have to do to complete it normally. You're going to have to run through here. And then on the inside of this pyramid, you're going to go inside. And then here is where you'll unlock, or I should say discover, the Legend Lost Sector, or the normal Lost Sector, I should say. And then when you get inside, you're going to reach this portion. And it's going to say Gilded Precept. And then if it's your first time, it'll say Lost Sector discovered. And then you can see right here we got some enemies. Kill the enemies, kill the boss, loot the chest at the end, and you will unlock Legend and Master difficulty for this Lost Sector. And then you can start farming it if that's what you want to do. But you can see I'm going to run all the way back over here, and it is quite a bit of a run, so just give me a couple seconds. But we will go over the modifiers and then go into the loadout for the Lost Sector. So now that I'm back outside, let's go over here and go over the modifiers. You can see for Legend difficulty, we have shielded foes. You'll face combats with solar and void shields. Legend modifiers, equipment locked, limited revives, barrier and unstoppable champions. Arc threat, 25% increase to incoming arc damage. Scorched earth, enemies throw grenades significantly more often. And then overcharged weapons, strand surge, 25% bonus to outgoing strand damage. And solar surge, 25% bonus to outgoing solar damage. And then overcharged glaive, 25% bonus to glaive damage. Now for the rewards, enhancement cores are uncommon, and if completed solo, legendary weapons are uncommon, and if completed solo, exotic leg armor is rare. So recommended power 1830, but 1820 and above you should be fine. I just recommend being as high of a light level as you can for this, but let's go ahead and get into the loadout. Now getting into the loadout, we're running solar subclass with golden gun marksman, and then we have for abilities gambler's dodge, triple jump, knife trick, and healing grenades. For the aspects, we have on your mark and knock them down. For the fragments, we have Ember of Ashes, Ember of Char, Ember of Solace, Ember of Torches, and Ember of Eruption. Then for the weapons, we have Riptide, Polaris Lance, and Apex Predator. For the armor, we have the exotic helmet, Celestial Nighthawk, and then we have 2 Solar Siphon mods and a Dynamo mod. For the arms, we have Solar Loader and Heavy Handed. For the chest piece, we have 2 arc damage resistant mods and Charged Up. For the legs, we have stacks on stacks, and then 2 kinetic weapon surge mods. And then for the cloak, 2 bomber mods and 1 time dilation mod. For the artifact here, feel free to pause it here and just copy it, but the first row doesn't really matter. The second row, I just recommend killing Trigger. Then the third row, Flint Striker as well as Wish into Being. And then nothing matters here for the fourth row that I have equipped. And then Raise of Precision and Solo Operator for the last one. Blast radius doesn't really matter because we're not using it too much to kill AI. Yeah, I did it towards the end, but I'm not really worried about trying to get the armor charge, so I just had this on just to have it on at that point. But if you're a little more methodical and everything like that, you could use this to your advantage, but just keep that in mind. From whence you came doesn't matter because, again, there's no scoring enemies or taking enemies. It's all Cabal, so we could just go ahead and not have to worry about that. For Heart of the Flame, this just requires you to play with teammates, and you can see we're doing this solo, so we're not spreading radiant or anything like that when we use our super, so this one doesn't really matter. And then Overload Rocket Launcher doesn't matter because we're not stunning Overload champions with it, so you can feel free to leave that out. Make changes where you think it's necessary and everything, but we're going to go ahead now and get into the gameplay.